Good day everybody. Today we're going to look at the features of a true cloud system and what you should be looking out for, as not all cloud systems has been created equally. The first point that we're going to discuss is that there should be sufficient features available on the mobile device. So for instance, there should not be a scaled version of only certain functionality that's available on the mobile. Most other features, like for instance your purchase orders, your approval processes, your sales orders, then also maybe the upload of expense claims, things like that that you normally would associate with a mobile user, should be prevalent on your mobile device. The next point that's important is configuration in a cloud ERP system. It's really important that you should have the flexibility from an end user point of view and from a business point of view, that you can change your dashboards, change your reports, and even change your processing screens. For instance, change the fields, the sequence of the fields, or the tab order of your cursor on the processing screen, so that you've got speed and functionality that is really beneficial to your organization and to the benefit of the users that will be using the system. So for them, it's important that they can capture the data in the format that the transaction normally takes place in the day-to-day business activities. The next point that we need to consider is proper integration with your existing systems, maybe existing applications that you've got in your business. You want to really start off with where your business is at when you roll out your new ERP system. You don't want to wait months or weeks for integration layers to be developed and to be designed according to the new system. It's also important that your new ERP system has got proper application interface control, so that you don't have to go and write expensive layers and expensive pieces of software that will communicate between the various applications that you've got in your business. It's also important to make sure that the software vendor that you've chosen has used the latest development technology when they develop their cloud ERP solution. The reason for this is that it's easier to integrate into different cloud applications between the different systems that's available in the market if the latest technology has been used. There's a feature that not many vendors do offer, and that is the ability to pay by usage of their software and not by the number of users that are using their cloud software. When we talk about the payment by usage, we refer to the volume of transactions that the vendor will calculate, and that they will then see what level of processing power you require for their software, and they will bill you accordingly. Other benefits for paying by the processing power that's being utilized is for seasonal businesses where there's certain times of the year a high demand on processing power, and you need more processing power for that specific season. You can up your license, and then when you've moved out of your peak season, you can then reduce your license requirements as well. Also for growing businesses that are expanding into more areas, or for users that are only utilizing the system certain times of the month, it's really useful to have a license where you are not forced to pay for the maximum number of users that will use the system only once or twice a month, or maybe once or twice a year during peak times. Also important to take note of, if you do have a seasonal business or business that require more processing power from time to time, that your software vendor, especially when you've got software as a service vendor, provide the option for load balancing. Then the other topic that is really very relevant for cloud-based solutions is security. It's important to make sure that your software vendor offer your industry standard security solutions, especially when you're in a software as a service environment where you don't have control over your own security and your own backup and data recovery facilities. Make sure that they offer a complete solution where you have got peace of mind that they provide you with competent and adequate security solutions, a proper backup methodology and plan, as well as a data disaster recovery plan. Cloud solutions are normally associated with a software as a service environment in which the software vendors offer their software, and you log in and you work on their file servers and on their platforms. Some software vendors do offer the possibility or the option to deploy your cloud solutions in a private cloud environment or on an on-premises file server without sacrificing any of the benefits of a true cloud solution. The last point we need to consider is the upgrades. Cloud software is usually hosted in the cloud on a central file server, be that now your private cloud server or software as a service. So for software as a service, the vendor will normally upgrade the software for you, and they will inform you that the software will be upgraded during a weekend or during off-peak hours, and that you should not log in while they're doing their software upgrade. You have to do nothing. You can just log in the next day and you carry on with your work as usual. When you're in a private cloud environment, you are responsible for upgrading your software, and you've got more control over the when and the how. So usually in the legacy software environment, we had to upgrade the file server, and then we had to upgrade each and every workstation. With cloud solutions, you don't do that. You only upgrade the software on the file server, and the users can log in the next day and they can carry on with their work as previously. So these were the main features, 8 of them, that we consider really important that you should take note of. And when you evaluate your cloud ERP software, you need to ask your vendor these questions. There might be more important issues that you want to consider, especially if you are in a vertical where there's manufacturing or distribution features that you might add to this list. But in general, these are the items that you should take note of.